Rich Warren, sales engineer here at LucidLink. Today, I'm going to show you an easy way to check the latency of your connection to a LucidLink file space and that back-end storage that you're using in the cloud. Um, as you know, latency is everything. You can have all the bandwidth in the world, but if the latency is really high, um, things are going to be slow. You're not going to get the type of video playback you may want to have and that. So here's an easy way to check the latency from your machine to the LucidLink file space. Okay, so here you can see the location of this machine that we're on is in Nuremberg. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to connect to a file space here. And the file space is going to be located at AWS Frankfurt. And we'll wait for it to get done. We'll close this. And if you take a look in the bottom right hand side of the screen, you can see that I'll make this always on top. You can see that I'm connected to AWS Frankfurt. So typically 2.5, 3 hour drive on the A3. So we should have some pretty good latency. So let's check it out. So I'm going to open a folder, and over in videos, oh yeah, there we go. In videos, I have this 20 gig AVI file. So first what I'm going to do is to make sure I have nothing in the cache, I'm going to clear my cache. So I would simply say lucid cache off with this syntax, and then I would turn it back on. So my cache is cleared, so there's nothing in the cache, so everything is going to be, I'm ensured that everything that I'm going to be reading is going to be coming from the cloud in an S3 bucket at AWS Frankfurt. Now in this other window, I'm going to type this command, lucid latency. Now what this is going to give me is going to give me counters showing what my latency is for GET requests in the cloud. So let's check it out. I'm going to open up this movie now, and we're going to start playing it. Perfect, right? I skip around however I want, wherever I want to in the movie, and you can see that my latency, frankly, is very impressive, right? It's all between 25 milliseconds and 500 milliseconds that we're running in. Okay, I'm going to stop this with a Control C. Now what I'm going to do, let me close this. I am going to connect to another file space that is in the US. And this file space, when I connect to it, let me log in. All right, and I'm going to open a folder. And I'm going to go into my videos AVI folder. Now, in this, I got the same movie. Now what I'm going to do is, once again, let's clear the cache just to more or less run through doing so. So I'll say lucid cache off, and then I'll say lucid cache on. Now I have nothing in a cache, so I am ensured that all reads will be coming from the AWS bucket, which is located, it's an S3 bucket in Northern Virginia at Amazon. Put this always on top. All right, so now let's go and watch this movie. Let me get my lucid latency going. Again, lucid space latency. I'll start my counters, and now let's open the file. So as you see here, I have a slightly higher latency. Well, naturally, I'm in Nuremberg, Germany, and I'm connecting to an S3 bucket in Northern Virginia. Now, still, this is quite impressive, right? I'm typically hitting, I have some 1 seconds coming up, but typically I'm between 250 milliseconds and 1 second. But it's obviously longer, as you can see above, than when I was connected a 3-hour drive on the A3 away from my S3 bucket. So this is how you can check the latency of your current connection. Hope you found this useful, and catch you next time. Take care.